All right, so for anyone who wants to follow along, it's John 15, 1 through 5. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. Already you are clean because of the word that I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself, unless it abides in the vine, neither can you, unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me, and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit, for apart from me, you can do nothing. All right, so one of the things I noticed right off the bat with this scripture is it says abide a lot, and I had no clue what that word meant. So I actually searched it up in the dictionary. It says to accept or act in accordance with a rule, decision, or recommendation. And that's really big because it's like to work with Jesus. He is the vine and we are the branches. And we have to work with him to bear fruit. Because the vine isn't the one that bears fruit, it gives the branches. And the branches will bear the fruit. And so it says, God will cut away every branch that does not bear fruit and throw it into the fire. And when I read this, I actually noticed something else that was really odd. It said fruit. And I was really curious with why it said fruit. Fruit is such a goofy thing. You know, why not like vegetables or, right? How many of you had your parents say, you can't leave until you eat all the fruit on your plate? So, it all has to do with the seed. See, for something to be fruit, the seed is in or on the fruit itself, like a peach or an apple. But with a vegetable, it's different. So the vegetable will give you food, and then it'll blossom and it'll seed. But once it's seeded, the vegetable is no longer good to eat. So it's no longer good for you to feed others and to plant. Unlike fruit. And the other one that I noticed, because I eat a lot of cashews and almonds, is nuts. They have loads of protein, and they can be even better than vegetables. But the nut is the seed, which almost leaves the person with an ultimatum. You can either eat this, or you can plant it and grow a tree. And if someone doesn't know what they're growing, or what it tastes like, or how good it is, then they're going to eat it first. They want to try it to find out. But by doing that, they destroyed the seed. And now they cannot grow it. But the fruit, you will try it, and once you realize you like it, you can then plant it and grow this magnificent tree, and you too can give fruit to others. So we all have to be fruit-bearing plants. And so the other thing that it said was every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes. And so pruning is really interesting. You cut away the branch that gives fruit so that it may give more fruit. But in the time when it's been cut away, it actually will produce less because it's giving all this energy to fix this branch. And so too are we. When God prunes us in our life, when God says, okay, this is doing great, let me cut this, it's going to be difficult because that just hurt us. And we might be thinking, well, what in the world is happening? Why is this happening? But we're being pruned so that when we come back, when we grow back, we can bear even more fruit and give it to even more people. And like I said earlier, spread like a virus, incredibly fast. And so the other thing is, it's, like with trees, there's seasons. Everything has a time when it will give you food, and everything has a time when it will sit there. And just like a tree, it'll just sit there with no leaves, and you'll have to wait for the rest of the seasons to go through and to get the food again. And we're kind of like that. We will have seasons of great prosperity where we're like blooming fruit everywhere, and we're bringing a lot of people to God. And then winter comes, and we're like, whoa. We hit a speed bump, like what Levi said. what just happened? And so we have to hold strong through the winter. We have to dig our roots in deep and hold, so when the snow comes and weighs down on us, our spiritual tree, or us as a tree, our branches don't break. We don't fall over. And when the strong winds come, we stay and we hold our ground. Because winter will come and it'll leave. And then once spring comes again, guess what? We need you. We need every person who is a tree, who is fruit-bearing, and who's ready to spread with other people and make more trees and bring everyone to God, because that's what it is. That's what it is. You give your fruit to someone. You show them the experience that it is, what you have when you're with God. And they experience this and they're like, this is amazing. This is incredible. How do I get some of this? And so they plant that in their life. And that is why it is so important for them to try it first. Because a tree is not going to give you an apple after 1 year. It probably won't give you an apple after 2 years. It's going to take some time. You're not going to be like, all right, I'm all yours, God, and I'm going to start racking in all these people, bringing in everyone. It's going to take time. It's going to take dedication. And that's why it is so important to know what you're doing, to know why you're doing this, to let people know this is my God, and this is why I'm doing it. I am being a fruit-bearing tree. I am holding strong through the winter, because when summer comes again, you bet it's going to be amazing. When spring comes again, you bet it's going to be amazing. I am going to stand tall. I am going to stand strong. And I will not wither under the sun, or collapse under the snow, or fall beneath the wind.